Hey guys, this is Justin. I'm away from my computer for the week, so my good friend Zach will be narrating today's video. I'll be back soon, but let's get started.
The other night, the Isobel Cup was won in overtime as the Premier Hockey Federation crowned a new champion. But first, a quick background for newcomers to the Premier Hockey Federation, or the PHF. Formerly known as the National Women's Hockey League, or the NWHL, the PHF started in 2015 with just 4 teams: the Boston Pride, Buffalo Beauts, Connecticut Whale, and the Metropolitan Riveters. Then expanded in 2018 to Minnesota with the Whitecaps, the Toronto Six in 2020, and this past season added the Montreal Force. 7 teams total who played a 24-game season to determine playoffs. One of the big issues that's faced women's hockey has been the lack of a full-time salary and health benefits for players. However, the PHF seems to be figuring that out as they secured full benefits in 2022 and have at least doubled their salary cap each year from 2020 when it was just $150,000, and are projecting a salary cap of $1.5 million for the 2023-24 season, which should hopefully lead to further expansion and sustained success in the long term. Back to the Isobel Cup though, where we had 2 teams battle who had yet to win the cup in the past: the Minnesota Whitecaps and the Toronto Six. Toronto would start things off with a nice break into the zone, a pass from Mikhaila Kava to Dominka Laskova, who snipes it upstairs, 1-0. Minnesota got back even in the second when a turnover behind the net leads to a Britt Fleming wraparound to tie things up. The tie didn't last long as Minnesota's goalie has a brain fart as she does a no-look back pass right to the Toronto forward, who slips it up to Wilson Bennett, who knocks in an easy one. Toronto back up by 1. However, the Whitecaps kept the pressure up, and after a tip drill that saw Brooke Madsen score to tie it, and a power play goal by Joanna Albers would have Minnesota on top 3-2, heading into the final frame. Then 8 minutes into the third, we got a beauty move by Mikhaila Kava as she splits 2 Whitecap defenders before getting a shot on net where Taylor Woods cleaned up the rebound to bring us back even. 3-3 would be the final in regulation, and overtime was needed to crown a champion. Quick FYI, PHF overtime rules are just a straight 20 minutes of 3-3 play, and this one wouldn't even need 5. Just over 4 minutes in, Toronto's Teresa Vanasava picks the pocket of the defender, walks in, and roofs a laser over the goalie to win it. The crowd goes wild. The Toronto Six win their first ever Isobel Cup and celebrate with a big pile-up on their hero, Vanasava, who would also win Player of the Game. Were you able to get to any PHF games this season? And who is your PHF team? Is this your first time experiencing this league? Let us know down below.